bringing you the hottest leading virtual news. This is King City News Network, KCNN, where we make your news our business.
Greetings. I'm Nubian King, and this is your KCNN Spotlight. It's good to see everybody again. Today we have a special guest, a very well-known person to Open Sim. Her name is ADESANYA Brewton. Addie, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. You're also known as ADESANYA King because you're a resident here at King City, right?
Yes.
That's good. I appreciate that. So you go back a long ways. But I never really know how long you've been virtual. How long have you been in virtual worlds?
I started out in Second Life. As a lot of people do. I started out in Second Life in 2006 or 2007.
It's a long time.
It was. I started out. I wasn't one of the first in Second Life, but I was there before they. I think I was within their first million. Second Life on a smaller scale, everything cost a fortune still to me. And then I started hearing about OpenSim itself, where you could plug in to you could plug in and you could hypergrid. So I went to OS Grid. I wound up in Metropolis. And Metropolis is where I had my home. I know, and I told myself that I would stay with Metropolis until until it died its natural death, as sometimes everything does, and eventually it did. And
Right. So tell me, Addie, you're the only one of the few people I know that brings your RL, such as your books and you being an author, into virtual. Okay. Tell me, how did you start writing? How long have you been a writer?
Forever. I used to write just, little stupid things in my diary when I was a girl.
Gotcha.
And when I got my computer, I was able to kind of put some of those stories onto my computer.
What you used to get in English class? What do you
I
used
was
to get
always
in
an English
class?
I was an English major in college. I always got great grades in
Gotcha.
English. I couldn't add my way out of a parking ticket, but English I'm great at.
When did you
So
publish your first book?
Oh, let me think here.
Is that many of them? I've only seen a few of them.
Well, I'm what you're seeing now is all of my older books being republished. Plus some original stuff that I've been writing since then. But
Right.
I would say, okay, the first thing I published through like a brick and mortar, send the manuscript out thing. I can't even remember who the publisher was anymore, but that was a story that is now known as the Silver Chronicles, which should be coming out soon.
Right.
Now they wanted to publish it, but they wanted me to change my characters so that the main characters who were gay, they wanted me to straighten out my main characters, and well, The Pleasure of Dying is another cheap scare, and that one, oh my God, that is a story that I wrote basically right after I had my daughter, my youngest daughter, and I started having problems with periods. This is basically about a woman, her period, and
It takes place in
something
October. Takes in
takes.
autumn about.
Yes, it does. It does take place in the autumn. So it's probably sometime in October, November, in there somewhere. I remember it takes place in New England because I love New England in the fall.
Massachusetts.
New England in the fall is the most beautiful place ever.
I can imagine.
If I had the money, I would just fly over New England in October. And my birthday is October the 13th.
Okay. On a Friday. On a Friday.
This year it's Sunday. It's next Sunday.
Born on a Friday. We can cut this show right now. October 13th.
No, I think I was born on a Saturday. I'm afraid I missed that date, and that's the story of my life. Day late and a dollar short. So I missed it by like a day.
Yes, I'm gonna ask you another question now. You and I both know King City is an adult grid. You have a book. You have a book here. It's called Big Black Cock. You want to elaborate on that some more?
Okay. First of all, it's Bella's Breakfast Club of Big Black Cock. Let's get that straight.
Yes, that's correct.
I know some Caucasian women, and I know some African or men of African descent. One of them is Jamaican, who are into what they call in the BDSM community the BBC, the Big Black Cock. There are white women who really like that, and there are black men that really like to give that. And
nasty girl. Nasty.
So I decided I was going to try and write a series of stories about a woman who owns a little shop in New Orleans and caters to white women who want black men with large penises, to put it succinctly, or big black cock. And I want to see if it works. I have two of them right now, and I want to see if they're going to sell.
Okay. Breakfast Club, like, you know.
So she runs a kind of a small restaurant out of her house. So
I bet she does.
Monday through Friday, she'll serve up breakfast and maybe a little light lunch and some hometown New Orleans stuff.
Right.
But on the weekends and at night, things change a little bit.
Okay. You appreciate this. I have a building called Mandingos. I don't know if you looked in the city. I'm sure you can relate to that, right?
Not well. Yeah, I thought about that. One of the black guys that I do know, is Jamaican. So I don't think he'd necessarily do be like the Mandingo thing,
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, I've thought about it, and I've known black guys, and sometimes you can believe the hype, and sometimes you can't.
Sure. It's all in the shoes, right?
Exactly.
Do you have any new stories in the works now?
I have a few. Some stuff that I've been some stuff I've been working on for a while. Like I literally, like last week, just finished To Serve Unselfishly, which is about a drug-addicted fireman and his struggles with drugs.
Interesting.
And I've been working. I'm working on a story called Sanity about a writer and a musician who are trying to have a relationship. And
interesting.
what else do I have?
Now, you have a book you just rolled out. I don't know how to pronounce.
Kaylee's
Saley's.
Daniachu?
What is it?
Kaylee's Daniachu.
What it? Explain, Kate.
Kaylee's Daniachu is Kaylee is the planet. Kaylee is the planet. It's science fiction. It's a planet.
She was a
And the
slave.
Daniachu are the Daniachu are there's a race called the Swandidi, and they come from another planet. And there's just kind of a planetary alliance that comes
Dark
in and
complexion.
they
They're real
assess a
dark
planet.
complexion.
In this case, the Kaylee are kind of dark complected, but their planet is a lot like Earth. The lighter your complexion, the more powerful you can be, and the darker your complexion, the
Interesting.
lower status you are.
Mm.
The Swandidi that take over this planet and enslave them to make their planet work are the exact opposite.
Sure.
So,
Wow.
the
Where can we
darker
get? Go ahead.
the darker you are, the more powerful you are within the Swandidi race.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. I don't want you to tell it because I want people to buy the book. You can go on Google Play and buy the book, and all of Addie's other books are there too. Addie, would you be willing to come back on the show because we're out of time?
Sure, I'd love to.
Fantastic. Thank you, Addie. It's been a pleasure talking
You're
with you this
welcome.
evening. I'm
Yes,
looking
thank you for
forward to
having
seeing.
me.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing you around Hypergrid. Now, everyone, if you want to contact us, please feel free. You can view our King City Facebook page or our MeWe group, or you can view our kingcity.net webpage, where you can see more of our KCNN Spotlight segments and get more information on Nubian King Enterprise and King City. This has been your KCNN Spotlight. I'm Nubian King, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, Al.
Bringing you the hottest leading virtual news. This is King City News Network, KCNN, where we make your news our business.